Good morning and welcome to the broadcast. Actually, it may be good afternoon where you're living. Today is a Monday, and Mondays are my favorite day of the week. If you do not know me, my name is Maggie Cavanaugh. I'm the co founder of Moving Forward Ministries with my husband, Kevin, and I'm passionate about bringing the keys to help you and your family to live in balance. And we do this in various ways. We do this with media ministry, we do this with local events, and we do this with life coaching. So I want you to share this out with your friends or family, coworkers, anyone of interest, because we're going to be talking several days in a row about de-stressing your life. It's back to school time for many people. I know for me as a grandma, it's back to school for me. I'll be picking up the kiddos this afternoon. But I wanted to share with you guys some ways and some tips, keys, if you will, to help you de stress your life. So we've got a million things going on. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I believe you do as well. We have so many things going on in our lives. We're trying to manage our household. We're trying to manage our work life and or our business or our ministry. We are trying to manage the kids. We are trying to manage activities. We are trying to imagine how we can do all of this without pulling our hair out, right? Or is it just me? Is it just me, you guys? So, good morning to you. Thank you for logging on. So, I hope that you interact with us. I hope that you send this out to your friends and family. But I want to encourage you today that the number one thing that will help you to de stress your life is finding peace and time spending in the Word. And that is a game changer for most of us. So maybe you're not a Christian, or you don't know what I'm talking about, but sitting at the feet of Jesus and allowing him to give you the peace that passes all understanding is going to be your number one thing. Always, always, always. But today I want to talk a little bit about being intentional. Intentionality is certainly a practice, a skill, if you will, that we all need. So my word actually for 2021 was to be intentional. So yes, thank you. Good morning to you. And so being intentional is more than just being mindful, or it's more than being just aware of your circumstances. It takes so much more. Being intentional with your time, which is, you cannot get time back. When people talk about time management. We don't manage time, we manage life. And that's what I'm talking about today is managing your life in a way where you don't find yourself under pressure. One thing that I have done in the past, and I am still working on, okay, I'm still on the potter's wheel to the point where I sometimes get dizzy, but the reality is I literally have to schedule myself some cushion time, a little bit of what you would call uh, cushion time, I guess. So there's some other words for it, but whenever I've got something going on, I'm trying to give myself more time so that if something happens, for example, I used to get in the car and my GPS would say, it takes you 35 minutes to get to this destination. So I would leave 35 minutes beforehand. But guess what? That creative margin, that's the word I'm looking for, margin. Thank you very much. It says anonymous Facebook user, so I'm not sure. Sure, if you're watching this on Facebook, you could be watching this on Twitter, you could be watching this on HAPS, Facebook, wherever. If you are not a member of HAPS, it will not let me see who you are. So whoever that is saying good morning, the prayers and Margin, I love you. Thank you for logging on. So, but Margin it's Mita. Okay, hey Mita, what's up, girl? So listen, margin is incredibly important. Now, I am a little bit on the type A personality, a little bit of what you would call, some would call me ADHD. I am overcoming all of that. But margin is incredibly important because if you do not have that in your life, you will end up running out of gas. What am I talking about? I'm talking about get to the point where you are so exhausted everything becomes chaos. So you have to still yourself before the Lord and you have to say, okay, Lord, help me make a plan this week. What does that look like? What does making a plan look like? Is it maybe planning, your meals for the week? Is it maybe planning your what you're going to do in your commute? Is it planning when you're going to have quality time with your husband, your children, and so forth? Is it planning on when you're going to have leisure time so that you can actually say, hey, I've given myself a break in this way. A lot of things come into mind, but that's the purpose of the several days. I don't even know how many days we'll be talking about this, but every day I'm going to bring you a key that helps you to just unclutter all of that. Why? Because I get to share with you what God shows me. I have been in a season of rest. Rest is incredibly important. I know you probably see me in various places and you're like, you're resting? Actually, I am. I am resting. And I'm being very intentional about what I do, when I do it, and how I do it. Why? Because we've got to guard ourselves. We are free moral agents, and we have to press into the Lord and have Him give us the strategies of how to keep balance and peace in our life. So the key for today is be intentional in every area of your life. Today is Monday. Some would say that, okay, I hate Mondays. Mondays are amazing. I love Mondays. Now, when I was in the corporate world, not so much. Mondays would drain me, the thought of them. I would always feel like I was coming off of a weekend with not having everything done that I wanted to. But Monday is a great time to prepare for the week ahead. Better yet, your Friday, as my coach Justin Kaplan would say, your Friday needs to have already know what Monday's doing. So you can go into your weekend enjoying it with what is Monday going to look like, or frantically running around on Sunday, going to the grocery store to get what you need for lunches, or getting your clothes ready for the week and having to wash clothes on Sunday night. I am talking about strategizing. I am talking about scheduling. I am talking about life management on steroids. Okay. So the key number one is, what can you do today to minimize stress? What can you do ahead of time so that you don't find that stress? Like for me now, instead of leaving 35 minutes before, the go time, I give myself an extra 10, 15 minutes, whatever. Why? Because anything can happen on the road. You could get in a traffic jam. And where I live, you could get behind a tractor. And you get behind a tractor that's just cruising along, it can set you back. And why put yourself under that pressure? It is unnecessary. So we do this by adding margin. We do this by being strategic and intentional with our time. So consider this week working on managing your schedule. Calendars, okay? Calendars are great. If it is not on my calendar, to be honest, it does not happen. But there are other ways that you can journal out and find your priorities. What are the top things that are important to you? If you say that your marriage is important to you, but you are not intentional with your marriage, your actions are saying otherwise. So I encourage you to take heed to what I'm saying. So we'll talk some more tomorrow. I'm going to be hopping on here every day talking about all of these little keys that you can put on your keychain, and hopefully it will help you to de-stress your life. So in regards to, if you want to somehow support the ministry, you can do that in various ways. You can do that by liking, commenting, subscribing, hitting the notification buttons if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're watching this on social media, on Facebook, send it out to your friends and so forth. Share it with someone that needs a word of encouragement. Or better yet, you can tag them in the post. You can tag them and say, hey, is this you? Are you not being intentional? Do you need to de-stress your life? Another way you can do that is you can go to our website to support our ministry and hit donate. Would love that. We have an event coming up called Godfidence. We have a separate podcast. We have Moving Forward Ministries has a subsidiary, if you will, called Godfidence. And Godfidence Teens event is coming up in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. If you would like to be a sponsor of that, if you would like to donate to that, or if you would like to take your teen daughter or tween daughter, or if you would like to take your niece, or send someone else in that where mothers and daughters are coming together, and we are doing an amazing teaching on relationships that matter, the keys to finding healthy relationships. And I've got a plethora all-star speaking group, as well as the amazing Nettie inspirational pop artist that is going to talk about her anti-bullying campaign, Best or Friends Forever Club, and all these different aspects of relationships, including and not limited to boundaries, because we all need boundaries, right? So I hope that you will share that out to your friends. I hope that you got something out of this today. I will see you right here next time tomorrow for Keys to Your Best Life snippets. Hashtag de-stress your life. Hashtag overcomer. God bless you guys. See you tomorrow.